As soon as I heard his voice, I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh, little daddy though, okay? I'm like, hello. How are you guys? I just want to start off by saying thank you for clicking on this and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
This is our first video together as a couple, and we just wanted to do a video about, how we got to know each other, how we met each other, and how we ended up where we are now. So
2 years later.
Yes. So basically we're just going to break down, how we got together and, how we fell in love, our first date, how we met. Yeah. Okay, so let's just start it.
We worked at the same company. In order for me, so my homies had told me about this bad little yellow bone, man, like bad. And I couldn't let her just go out my way like that. So in order for me to see her was working overtime, and it was beneficial for me. And 40 hours not cutting no more. And in order for you to secure the bag is to work overtime.
Exactly.
So she came through the break.
I kind of seen him anyways, like on my way out actually. So I was like, oh, I kind of wanted to get like a better look at him. So I came in because I was kind of rushing to get back to work because I'm kind of like, I've always been like that. Like I want to be the first one,
The overachiever.
Yeah, basically the overachiever. The ass kisser. Mm-hmm. Anyways.
So she was running out. Before she ran out, I had a, hey, excuse me, shot it. Hey, that southern accent on her. And she had turned around, flipped that ass around, and beautiful face turned around. Her lips was just popping. Everything was just popping. And of course, like, she didn't have to wear makeup. She didn't have to, like, do all dolled up just to work a 9 to 5. So I'm like, this is my chance. This is my opportunity. All my homeboys looking, like, nigga, what you gonna say? So, I said something.
He was just like saying like, hey, so what time we get up out of here today? Or like, something simple like that. I'm like, oh, okay, he trying to talk to me. He wanna. As soon as I heard his voice, I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh, little daddy though. Okay, I'm like, he got him a little southern, little accent. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's mine already.
Down south, nigga. But yeah, so she said something very, sweet and went on about her business. I was like, ooh, wee, I think I got her, this and that. Soon as I said something like that, just feeling myself, this little hating, little ugly, ooga booga, whatever you want to call her.
Hating ass bitch.
Yeah.
Okay? She was said, a fucking hating ass bitch, period.
Hating. And I said, damn, why you feel that way towards her? She was like, I hate the way she looks. I hate the way her lips is. I hate the way she wears clothes. I hate the way that she wear fitted hats and she has a lot of hair underneath her head. And I was like
bitch, hella worried about me though.
Yeah, And man, let me tell you right now, man, if a girl hating on your girl, man, like that means it's something that she don't have, but your girl has. So admire that, bro, and like make sure you eat that alive. Let her know she's beautiful every day, and that forget the haters, okay? But back to what I was saying. So I said everything she hated, I admired, and I couldn't wait to get back on the floor. So I got back on my pallet jack with these damn boxes at the back, and to finish this box off. And we run. I'm looking through the aisles, looking for her, like, where's she at? I want to know where she at. Like, I want to pull up on her, like, easy, fuck this job. I'm working overtime. I'm getting paid by the hour. It doesn't even matter. So I had noticed she was doing an audit, which is where if anybody need help,
right. She comes out. So I was doing audits, so I would audit the account, or whenever anybody made a mistake, it was my job to come and approach them and be like, what's up? What you need help with. So he made a mistake on purpose so that he could grab my attention. And as soon as I seen his name, First of all, I didn't even know. I had never even seen this name before.
Come my way.
Right. So I had never seen this name. So I pull up on him and I see him. He scared the shit out of me. Remember, babe? You was like sitting down.
Oh, yeah,
and he just popped up. I'm like, damn.
Hey, watch out now. I know you, because you think about it, in that hour, you can see like your person before they get there.
Right.
So I had to want to like make sure she looking around, looking for daddy. You know what I mean? Like where he's at. You know what I mean? So I had to pick up on her real quick. Like, watch your surroundings, nigga.
Anyways, so I put up on him. I'm like, Mr. Underwood. He was like, what's my first name? I'm like, well, it says your last name right here. He's like, no, it says my first name. He's like, let me see. So he go all like doing all the extras, like, and then he had like a whole attitude with me. I'm like, what does he have attitude with me for? Because I don't know your long ass name. The fuck? That ain't my problem. Like, so then, he was just trying to play hard to get. Like, he's being kind of rude, like that rude boy mentality.
Yeah. Fred had a roster around his motherfucker, man.
So I guess that's
rude boy.
I guess that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah. And so I kind of felt like she ate it up, but she was to the point where she was very direct. Like, nigga, I ain't gonna deal with your bullshit, nigga. You wanna act all hard, nigga. I got a lot of other guys that's very interested in me, that's willing to kiss the ground that she walk on. So I was like, you know what? I'm not really willing to kiss the ground she walk on, but I don't mind, clean that bitch up, whatever it took. So I had to double back on her. I really had messed up this time, and I was like, damn, she may think I'm just really trying to get her attention. But I only had 2 hours left before my overtime shift was over with. So she came back and...
I came back. I'm like, okay, he keep messing up. Like, why? So then he was like, no, this time, I swear, But I guess I had his mind all fucked up. Probably like,
I was overthinking, man.
A little distracted. So then let's just fast forward to the end of the night. I know that he was about to leave because he left before I did. Mm-hmm. And his shift was over before mine. So I'm like, if he don't ask me for my number, that's it. Like this is chance. Like if he don't ask me for it, that's it. Like I'm not gonna even try to attempt to try to see what's popping with him. Yeah. So I go up over there. I'm like, I start asking him questions. I'm like, so what brought you out here? I'm like, how'd you end up out here? Where's your family and what type of things do you do? What do you like to do for fun? So he started, telling me. He's still trying to play this, well, I just be, calm, cool, barely smiling. I'm like, okay. So then, mind you, I'm about to leave. Like, I remember now. So I'm about to leave. So I get off of my little thing, but I could go like around to where he was at. So I went around kind of like by his side. And then he was like, hey, like, can I get your number or like whatever?
Let me get those digits, man. Because really, guys, I didn't want to be thirsty.
Right.
I know a lot of women get like, hey, let me get your number. Oh, what's your Instagram? Or what's this and that? And one thing about us, we met seeing each other, and that's how it started.
Right.
It wasn't no website, none of that, seeing pictures. It was really intimate when we first seen each other, locked eyes. You ever seen like love at your first sight? That's basically what we definitely are. And I had asked for a number, and like we met up a night or 2 nights after.
It was like the day or the day after, the next day or the day after that.
Yeah. So
we kind of like, he asked me, where was there to go in an area that we can meet up. So I was like, okay, I don't want to take him there. All right, well, we shouldn't go there. All right, so I'm like, okay, so I have a good little spot. I had only been there a few times. It was like a little pizza bar, but they turned into like a little bike night on Wednesday. So I was like, okay, we can have food, we can have some drinks, and we could really get to know each other. So we met up there.
Yeah. And what happened, baby?
Now this nigga was late. I don't like late. I was already there early because I'm an on time type woman. I like to be on time. So I'm already there. I'm already waited. I think I had posted a picture of myself like chilling at the little booth, like irritated or bothered or something like that. I was already irritated. I was ready to go. So I hit him. I'm like, where you at? He was like, oh, I'm pulling up. So I'm like, okay, I need me a drink immediately. I didn't tell him that, but I'm thinking that.
Yeah. So I walk in and, seeing the vibe. It was very nice, chill, play good music. And I seen her on the right, just playing on her phone, strolling. And when I walked up, I could tell she was kind of unbothered and like upset with me. So I sat down not even for like a minute and was like, hey, you want to get a drink or something? She's like, yeah, come on, let's go. And I was like, oh, wow. I was like, oh, wow. So we pull up, she talked, she was one thing about her, she was never shy. She was a very outspoken woman, and I love that about a woman. Just handle your own ground.
Right.
I'm here to protect you, but handle your own ground. And, she ordered her drink, I ordered mine. And so the cashier, this is, one of those big moments. Dun-dun, who pays? Who's pulling out the checkbook?
Right. So I'm trying to show him like, I don't want your money. Now I want your money, but I don't want your money. Not now. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to pay. Like, let me pay. Let me pay. He's like, nah, I got it. I'm like, no, I got it. Let me pay. Because I want you to know this is what it is. I'm not here for no money or nothing like that because I got my own shit. Mm-hmm. I'm here. I'm trying to see what type of nigga you is, period.
Yeah. So we talked, we sat down, we talked, and really started vibing, like really vibing. Like the alcohol started pouring in, so we started letting out more information, started getting real personal. And and I think it was the club was about to close, right?
Yeah, so the little bar we were at was about to close, so we were about to just, part ways. So we go to the parking lot and we kind of like, you walk to the little car and you kind of like say your byes or whatever. So I was like, what you about to do? He was like, nothing. What you about to do? I'm like, shit, nothing. Go back to the house. I'm like, what? You want to come over or what? So it was not, he probably was like, oh shit. Yeah, right. Like we about to get it popping. You feel me? But I'm like, I'm not about to do nothing that nobody's gonna make me do, or nobody can make me do anything I don't want to do. So I already know I'm not trying to fuck. We wasn't trying to fuck. But I really was like super intrigued in who he was. I really wanted to get to know him so much more. And I just didn't want it to end. So I'm like, okay, come to my house. And I'm like, I'm going to stop at the liquor store because I need me some more alcohol. And then,
she's a drinker.
So I'm like, then you can meet me at the house. So he pull up and we come inside the house and we just sit at the kitchen table.
Yep, sit at the kitchen table from start to finish.
So maybe from we got there probably 12:30 and we were there to probably 6, 7 in the morning.
Yeah, 7:30.
Talking.
Because the sun.
The sun was up, birds chirping, It's
a whole new day.
A whole new day.
I talked for that long, my jaws was hurting.
We were just talking back and forth, playing off each other's emotions and just getting down deep and I was telling him stuff I just hadn't told anybody, kind of just letting it all out. And I was letting him know this is what I want and this is what you're going to get from me. And this is what it is. I have 2 kids prior to meeting you. I have no time to waste. I have no time to waste in another dead relationship. I need this to work. And I'm not saying I was be my nigga, but basically I'm if you want to be my nigga, this is what I need from you.
Yeah. She was straightforward. Before we close this up, she was straightforward, ladies and guys. If a woman is straightforward with you, that means she's about that action. She's willing to take the chance with you. She see potential in you. You see potential in her. And she don't want no bullshit. She don't want, I don't want no side bitches on the side.
Right.
I want you and only you, and I want the same respect. And that's all it was. And if you cannot understand that from a very lovable woman, then get your ass on the side and worry about the side females.
Right.
But if you want a real, genuine relationship, there's things that's implanted in somebody. There's implanted in her and implanted in me. I was cut for the same either. If you was my girl, I wanted you to be my girl. Mm-hmm. Not, you my girl, and then I got a little homie on the side, a so-called brother. Yeah, you know how it goes. Oh, that's my bro. But y'all been bros for 5 years, and y'all still bitches.
Fuck it.
In and out of relationships. That's why it never lasts. So she was real thorough, real thorough with me. And
I'm check, okay, this check, check. And ladies, you guys have to know exactly what you want when it's time. Mm-hmm. I was fed up. I was done with all the bullshit. So I'm if I get into another relationship, this is exactly what I want. And this is exactly how it's gonna go. And we just took off.
Yeah.
We just met each other and literally took off.
Took off. And how we took off is because our ambition and our goals of what we strive for every day.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, like, that's why I said we have more videos to come. This is how we met, and this is our first date, and just sums up everything. It's been 2 years, but man, when I say goals, I mean every, like, daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. Like, we strive to this point, to be in this position right now. Like, we can tell you in 2 years, we had a child, and she's 8 months now. And so before I impregnated her, it was, I think, 4 or 5 months before we really just start really finding each other out, start going different things. And I can honestly say we done things that most relationships haven't even done yet.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Really, like, we're about to really take off. We have a lot of videos on the way, like I said.
We do. And on our channel, we wanted to just be like a free space. We want you to be able to come here and just be like, what Kanisha and AD are going to be talking about today?
Yeah.
You know?
Leave us comments.
Right.
Yeah.
Leave comments. You know, you can inbox us and just let us know what exactly it is that you want to hear from us, because we got it. Yeah. You know, we got the juice.
The ups and downs, like, am I moving too fast? Whatever the case may be, you may want to know. Please ask us, man. I'm telling you, we went through it, been through it, and we know how to survive through it all. Like, for real. I mean, even prayer.
Yes.
Learned her, you know, she wasn't a firm believer of prayer, but she wanted to learn the Most High, you know. So it's a lot, man. Our next video,
it's a lot. Like, we can't even get it all into here like we want. We can't really go into depth, but really, we're coming with it. Yeah. So we just really wanted to introduce ourselves to you guys and let you guys know a little bit something about us, so that you guys can feel more comfortable. Please subscribe.